Yeah.
All right. And it's time for New Dad Gaming questions. This week, a listener has sent in an article that actually, coincidentally, really fell in line with our no year of new games last year. And it's all about that dreaded backlog. So, specifically, the article, as sent to us, it's found on twoaveragegamers.com. It says what 10,000 Reddit comments reveal about the adult gaming backlog.
Hmm.
So how much does that immediately just punch you in the stomach based on what we've
That's.
gone through?
Well, I was thinking like 10,000 comments or 10,000 games in the
Yeah.
backlog. Let's see.
Yeah. So that is the interesting part. So what this study or kind of like article sought to do is it went out to Reddit, looked through all these comments, over 10,000 of them, and tried to accumulate like what's the general feeling around the backlog. What is your backlog? Like what is the situation with adult gamers who continue to accrue games but doesn't actually play any, which happens to sound like Jeff, I, and many others in our audience. So the headline from the article: the median adult gamer sits on roughly 100 to 150 unplayed games. Is that high or low for you?
That's pretty high, actually.
Yes.
I want to say, at least I'm trying to be honest here.
I think I think I'm probably 60 to 80. If I think about GOG, all the humble bundles, I think about my Steam, I think about PlayStation library. Like
Like
I could probably
unplayed, like you haven't touched it.
yeah, I think I could be 60 to 80 unplayed.
Okay, all
I'd
right.
have to like it might be a point for us to go to our Steams afterwards. But the median adult, which the best part is that means that some have like 500. The median adult gamer sits on roughly 100 to 150 unplayed games, spends 8 to 10 hours per week actually playing. That must be nice. And feels genuinely guilty. It feels genuinely guilty about the gap between the two. There's a core finding from an extensive analysis of community discussions in a whole bunch of subreddits and other places such as Steam communities, spanning hundreds of threads and thousands of individual comments from 2023 to 2026. The data reveals a community trapped in a paradox. Adults who can finally afford all the games they want, but lack the time to play them. Welcome to New Dad Gaming.
Oh my God, yes.
Generating an emotional cycle of acquisition, guilt, attempted reform, and relapse that repeats annually like clockwork. This isn't a niche concern. It's the defining tension of adult gaming life, affecting how people buy, play, and feel about an industry now worth over $180 billion. So do you feel seen or what?
Yeah, as you were talking there, I again was active listening, so don't worry. I was going through my Steam library and sorted through playtime, right?
Mhm.
So the never column is quite large if I now, and like to be fair, like some of them is like I have played them, but maybe not on this account. But yeah, no, there's quite a bit there. Probably 40 unplayed, no problem. Like
Oh, easy.
never touched it.
That's
So
amazing. So the median unplayed games, 124, $19 billion. $19 billion spent on unplayed games.
it's a little bit of money
That's
there.
just this huge wad of cash that us adult gamers are like going to play, or like are just purchasing for things that we never touch.
Yeah.
So 8 to 10 hours per week is what people most report being able to play. 60 to 75% of people are guilty. Of those adults who have the games, they feel guilty for having and not playing.
Okay. Yeah, I could see that too. Right.
I think, like, if you think about, for people new to our channel, Jeff and I last year, 2025, undertook the challenge of no new games
Yeah.
for all of 2025. So we tried to just take that chunk out of the gaming backlog. And if anything, it's not as though I don't think you and I think you and I started because it was interesting more than like I feel so guilty I can't sleep at night type
Right.
of
Yeah.
nonsense. But at the same time, like there is that little sense of like, if we just go 1 year without purchasing anything new, maybe that's not a bad thing. Like those are kind of cousins, are they not?
Yeah, I think so. I think it was a more of a, you know, a challenge to us that wasn't going to take away from anything necessarily. Like you could obviously, bite the bullet at any moment and give in, but it was a good lesson on just even how to view that backlog, right? I think we talked a lot about FOMO and moving on to the next and newest thing just to be part of that conversation, and that kind of just drew us back a little bit. So I didn't play the 40 games that sit unplayed in my Steam library, but
That's kind of a retirement thing, I think.
yeah.
But now this I feel inadequate. So there, from these 10,000 comments, it was generally ascertained that there are 10 to 15 games completed per year. I'm at like 2, like a
Yeah.
year.
I am very far behind on that. I think maybe 3 to 4, I think, is probably like my top end, to be honest.
Yeah, because then next is like 90% never see the ending of like whatever games. Now here, like this could make us feel a bit better. There were 18,626 new Steam releases in 2024.
Wow.
Near 20,000 new games. Like even if you had no kids and
Yeah.
infinite money and infinite desire and energy, like there would just be no possible way to get this done.
No. And it just shows you how hard it is to release a game in that, right? Like out of 18,000 games, you're releasing into that madness and then hoping people have time to play it.
It's just that's a daunting number. It is. Anybody willing to release a game like that takes a certain amount of courage.
Yeah,
My
like,
goodness, what a marketplace.
yeah. These
Hey,
stats could be used for game development, right? So
yeah. So then, I said, if not, it is hilarious. It was just too perfect as far as the impetus of this show of how on earth do you find enough time to actually play games, enjoy this hobby. I think for sure, one of the results of losing so much gaming time because we're dedicated fathers is that like you're going to have these opportunities to purchase games and they just go right on the shelf to collect dust with everything else. But I don't know. It was fascinating to see this research of something being so widespread and see so many like feelings and mixes and like situations similar to ourselves.
yeah, absolutely. And a lot of truths in there where, shame is a big part of it. I hate seeing unplayed games sitting on my
Yeah.
digital shelves. So, that like where you're like, "Oh, if I don't like the game, should I be playing it? Like, do I
Mm.
burn my 8 to 10 hours, hopefully a week in game time on something I don't really like?" So,
No, that's it. Absolutely not. I'll answer that for you. Like, you don't like the game, drop it like a bad habit.
yeah, I agree.
Like there's way too many things to play. There's 18,000, Jeff. We got to get to this year.
Every year, and it's just piling up.
Hey, so hey, what are your thoughts, everybody? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave it in the comment below or reach out to us at New Dad Gaming on social or newdadgaming.com. This has been New Dad Gaming Question. All right.